Hello, I'm David Maldonado. This is for Professor Petrucci's interviewing assignment. I have his class Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 to 10:50 a.m. Question 1. Tell me about yourself. Well, I'm David Maldonado. I'm 18. My mother's Haitian. My father's Puerto Rican. It's pretty straightforward. I attended Sleepy Hollow High School this past spring, the year of 2013, and I loved it. When I tell you about myself, it's especially important to note that I love my high school. Not from the academics. Academics were great, but the diversity, that's what I loved about it, and that's what really motivated me to become a freshman at the Fox School of Business at Temple University. When thinking about diversity, my goal at least is to bring it to corporate America. And although corporate America is still becoming more diverse, it has a lot of room to grow. Neil Lian from Progressive Insurance, he's a business leader of talent management. He views diversity as not a program, but a culture. It's a cultural movement to him, and those words inspire me, because wherever I end up, I want to create a cultural movement with diversity. Besides diversity, I value food, love to eat, health, and most importantly, family. I cook all the time. That's probably why I like food so much, and I eat all the time. The result of my running. Running keeps me in good health, and family keeps me in good health as well. Family is just a cornerstone for me. So when telling you about myself, I also have to talk about running. It's the single most important thing in my life right now. I love to run. I've run my whole life. I started off just doing 5Ks, local 5Ks, really doing it because I couldn't catch a ball. Can't catch a ball. But so I ran. And I ran and I ran and I ran. I ran straight through high school, and now I run at Temple University as a track and field walk-on. That leads me to the most significant accomplishment of my life, which is walking on to the Temple University track and field team. Moving on to question 2. Tell me about a significant accomplishment in your life. For me, the single most significant accomplishment in my life was walking on to the Temple University track and field cross-country team. The reason this is such a pivotal moment in my life, and this is just recently, was because I went unrecruited. As you may know, Temple being a big Division I school, it's a big deal to walk onto a team, no matter what team, whether it be football, track, lacrosse. It's not an easy feat. And I did this. The reason it's so significant to me is not because I became some kind of superstar. I'm still the slowest on the team. It's because I did it. I put in the work and I did it. Going unrecruited through high school was tough for me because I really wanted to run collegiately, but it didn't seem like a reality, at least until I got to Temple. I learned there were spots on the team, but I had to work for it. I went from running 20, 30 miles a week straight up to 60, 70, sometimes 80 miles a week. It was a shock. My first run at Temple, I was supposed to be proving myself. I went on a 10-mile run, got through 9 miles, couldn't even finish. That was the story of my life for a couple weeks when I was still getting in shape, learning to run collegiately. But eventually, I did it. And eventually, I was accepted as a part of the team, and eventually, I was contributing positively towards the team. Because for me, one of the most important parts for me, at least, was not being a liability. I really, really, really wanted to consider myself an asset, but I knew to be considered an asset, I would have to be better than I was, much better than I was in high school even. And I did this. So that's why it's the most significant accomplishment for me. Not only because I had to work hard, but because it happened. It was a dream turned into reality. Lastly, question 3. Tell me about something you've learned in class. For me, the most important thing I've learned in class is what a transformational leader is and how to become one. The characteristics being individualized consideration, intellectual stimulation, inspirational motivation, and idealized influence. After learning about it, what a real transformational leader is, I look back into my life and realize I've had transformational leaders in my life. A good example would be just this fall, Will Keller, my track captain, was a transformational leader for me. The individualized consideration he provided me, knowing that I was having a tough time, knowing that I knew I was the slowest, and helping me just regain the self-confidence that I had in running. He did wonders. Intellectual stimulation, it's running, but he was always there to talk, always there to challenge me in ways that I didn't know I could have been challenged. Inspirational motivation, he motivated me just by being the best he could be, which ties into idealized influence. He motivated me, giving me pep talks whenever I needed one, knowing when I needed one, and knowing when to leave me alone. He was great at that. Bring it to more business related. I'll talk about Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon. He's a transformational leader as well. Jeff has done amazing things with Amazon, moving it from just a rinky-dink online book retailer to a diversified internet e-commerce giant, the biggest in the world. Jeff Bezos diversifies his project whenever possible. He takes a different path. He doesn't care what people think. He does what he thinks is best for his employees and for his customers. Jeff Bezos is incredible, and he displays all these traits: individualized consideration, always taking the employee, the customer first, intellectual stimulation, always challenging his employees, although albeit in a cutthroat way, challenging them to meet quotas and to really drive business. Inspirational motivation, really, that's especially important because he's not a slave driver, but he drives his employees extremely hard. And the reason they still say that is because they know there's a culture at Amazon that he adheres to providing customer with the best service and to make money. And everyone knows this, everyone's aware of this, and because of this, because he knows how to motivate people, and because he has such a clear culture defined in Amazon, he's able to come off with transformational leadership and idealized influence. He is Jeff Bezos. He's never fake, acts how he needs to act, and doesn't take no for an answer. So when I aspire to be a transformational leader, I'll take traits, both lessons from the business world, from Jeff Bezos, and from my personal life, from Will Keller. Thank you for the opportunity to take your class, Professor, and have a good day or night, depending.